Here we are again, CandyLab fans. Well, let's see if this ends up being positive or negative. I seem to go 50-50 on these reviews because the quality control from these guys isn't the greatest. It's actually probably one of the worst. But anyways, this is called the Black Sheep, and this is, I think, clearly inspired by a 1960s Lincoln Continental. This is a 65, by the way. Between the TV show Entourage and the Matrix movies, I really love this car. Alright, so here's the blurb on this thing. It's a toy car made of wood. It's meant for 3-year-old kids. It weighs 300 grams. It's around 129 scale. It does meet child safety approval standards, so that's good. It's a cardboard box, but I think this is the old packaging. And so the old packaging, even the new packaging, tends to scratch up the paint. Because cardboard is abrasive. And so possibly, I don't know, possibly some paint there. Oh yeah, yep, so look at that. So that cardboard just, through shipping vibration, just scratched all that paint. And it also left the black tint from the cardboard on the white. I don't think I'm even able to get that out. So that's unfortunate. 3-piece construction. I do have the white version of this, so I'm quite familiar with it. CandyLab, the lot number, design Brooklyn. I think this is for a tow rubber band for their tow truck. And then you have these thin grooved rubber tires, but they have white walls, which is really neat. And then you have the steel pin, which is the axle. And this little parting line is where the axle goes in. So the tires are still canted, positive camber. And then you can see the side plates are glued on. They're all wood. You can see a little bit of the end grained here. And so, yeah, it's painted pretty well so far. Yeah, that all looks pretty good, actually. So, fortunately, being handmade, looks like there's a lot. Maybe they sanded off too much of the wood there compared to that side. Yeah, this is very angular. Look how rounded that is, right? So it was not the same. Okay. Go to the back. Look at this. That's a giant gap. You see, that is not good. This side's fine. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong in there. So seems like they clearly didn't use enough wood glue to get that going. It's not a nail, is it? Just looking in there. Let me get a flashlight. I think that's like stretched out wood glue. Yeah, so that's not good. Yeah, so the wood, I don't know. I'm guessing it wasn't dried out properly before they used it. And so what caused this warping is the wood dried later and then it wanted to turn, warp. And so the glue isn't strong enough to overcome the warping of the wood. The issue is, how am I going to fix that? Am I going to pry it apart further and then re-glue the whole thing? Or do I try to squeeze a little glued needle in there and then squeeze it again and just clamp it tight for a day and see if it sticks? I'll have to figure that out later. It's too much for me now. But even here you can see, this side is all stuck fine, but they have too much wood glue. I feel like this is actually residue that came out, seepage. Yeah, so they didn't figure out how much wood the thing should have. Yeah, some product development would have been nice. I guess I'm more actually distracted by this, how that's so curved and that's so straight. So that's unfortunate. The taillights look nice though. They're printed pretty well, or painted pretty well. Well, maybe some red's missing there. This is a little splotchy, but it is wood after all, so you can't expect it to be perfect. This side's much nicer though. And then there's some sort of, I don't know, aberration or staining there. I don't know if that's from the packaging or what. What's going on in the packaging? Well, the cardboard got crushed because it is heavy. Well, luckily, because it's a black body, any sort of discoloration from the packaging, it doesn't matter because the thing's already black. On the white one I have, there's just a bunch of dark purple and black staining from the cardboard packaging. So you want to look up White Beast in my channel here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Some extra residue. Alright, well, I guess that's it for that review. There's not much else to talk about. Oh, I gotta show you how it rolls, though. Being 300 odd grams. Actually, there's a lot of friction in this one, it seems. I wonder if these things are actually... No, that's not scraping. Oh, is this side scraping? No. I don't know, it just doesn't roll as smooth as the other ones I have. But it still rolls because it is so heavy. So that's the key part of rolling performance. But if I do this, there's actually a decent amount of friction in the wheels. So maybe a drop of oil would make this roll smoother, but I actually don't care. I'm not going to play with this. Yeah, so here's that white one. I tried to clean it up as much as I could, but the color from the paper literally it got absorbed or something by the white paint. So just a lot of discoloration there on both sides because of the packaging. And also the roof has discolored. But at least these end plates are glued together tight. There's no gap there. But there is extra paint here and here. Anyways, this one has a lot more printing on the bottom. I don't know why this one doesn't. And then kind of similar is this thing. I don't even know what I think it's called the Surfing Griffin. I don't know why they don't tell you what these things are, right? It's weird. It's just without the packaging, it's just a green car. Right? They should probably write. They should print on what the heck this thing is, or minimum have a sticker or something. This one has a magnetic surfboard. But yeah, you can see again the cardboard stained the roof, and then there's a chunk of paint missing. I think that's probably maybe because this thing might have scraped it in shipping, or just quality control is not very good there. Alright, well, it's interesting because it's a wagon, but the front end is clearly the same as these other two. There is a pink version of this thing. I don't know if I'm going to get it though because I know it's going to be stained or scratched up from the packaging. I don't know. Maybe I'll just paint this thing pink because it's already stained anyways, right? We'll have to see what happens in the future. Alright, well, minus the big gappiness in the rear, which hopefully I can fix. It's not a total disaster. I mean, there's some paint aberrations and stuff, and the packaging has ruined the roof of this thing. But that seems to be par for the course from this brand. It's very rare to get a perfect one. I would say the majority of my CandyLabs have some sort of defects. They're just not a very good brand as far as quality control goes. But I will say they look cool. This is a really cool rendition or distilled version of a Lincoln Continental. You know, it's just brought down to its pure elements. And that's why I like this brand as far as collecting them. Yeah, you just might have to touch them up and fix them. Alright, well, we'll see you in the next review. Thanks for checking this out. Bye.